Indy cars, bullet trains, supersonic aircraft, the Flash leaves them all in the dust. Able to run at near light speeds, his powers provide the ultimate caffeine kick. He can run up buildings, move so swiftly he phases through objects, create sonic booms with the snap of his fingers, and never need to order delivery. Despite his speed, Barry can become so obsessed with crime solving that he can still lose track of everything else around him, leaving the fastest man alive constantly running a minute behind. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the financial breakdown of how much being a superhero with super speed really costs. Join me as I dig into the calculations and pricing of being the Flash in the Arrowverse. Besides being the Flash, Barry Allen works as a forensic scientist at the Central City Police Department. Even though he arrives to work late every day, Captain Singh tends to not fire him. This could be because of his excellent forensic skills he uses to solve many crimes. Based on this, we can assume that Barry Allen is the best of the best when it comes to his job. According to the United States Department of Labor Bureau of Labor Statistics, the median wage of a forensic scientist was $56,750, while the lowest 10% earned $33,860 and the highest 10% earned $97,400. Because Barry Allen is one of the best at what he does, we'll assume that his annual salary is $97,400, and we'll multiply that number by 4 because the show has aired for 4 seasons. Now that we know how much Barry makes, we have to determine how much Barry or Star Labs pays Cisco Ramon and Dr. CAITLYN'S to work on Team Flash. According to the Arrowverse wiki, Cisco is a mechanical engineer at Star Labs and is a scientific advisor for CCPD. Considering he worked at Star Labs, we can only assume that he is the best of the best at what he does. Star Labs can easily be compared to that of Google or Microsoft in the modern world. Based on this, Cisco would make between $151,000 to $166,000 as a senior mechanical engineer. CAITLYN Snow is a bioengineer at Star Labs and can be considered one of the best at what she does. Based on this, CAITLYN would make about $135,000. In the end of season 1, we find out that Barry inherits all of the assets to Star Labs, including the building. Google's headquarters in Mountain View, California costs just over $1.3 million, according to the real estate company Stately. Because Star Labs isn't constantly making products like they did before, we can assume that Cisco has a budget of about $2 million designing all of the Flash's suits and other gadgets to stop metahumans, including Star Labs' own satellite. Over the course of 4 seasons, we've seen Cisco create 4 different suits for Barry. The Flash suit is made out of a reinforced tripolymer and is heat and abrasive resistance for moving at high velocity speeds and has an aerodynamic design. It also has built-in sensors to keep track of the Flash's vitals. The outside of this suit is somewhat similar to the tiles on a spaceship, and those usually go for $1,000 per tile. The heat resistance material is placed only on certain parts of the costume, such as where the arms and leg sides meet, so we can assume just the suit itself costs about $4,000. As for the vitals, we can assume that since most of the readings from those can be read from smartwatches in the modern world, they cost about $500 to place inside the suit. The cost of the long-term comms, custom cowl, and emblem will combine to be around $500, leaving us with a total of $5,000 for one suit. Over the course of 4 seasons, Barry has had 4 different suits, with the first 3 being minor tweaks and the 4th one having advanced tech. Based on this, I'll assume that season 4's suit costs around $10,000 to make because of all the gadgets inside, and the rest costs $5,000, which gives us a total of $25,000 for all the suits. MTV asked Dr. Weiss how much calories the Flash would burn. He said that if the Flash were to run at the speed of sound, 767 miles per hour, for just 5 minutes, he would burn a whopping 8,889 calories, meaning he needs to have a minimum of 10,000 calories in his body before he starts running. The average person needs to intake 2,000 calories per day to keep their weight constant. Based on this, the Flash would have to intake about 5 times more than a normal individual, considering he uses his speed at least once every day. The average person spends about $180 per week on food. Multiplying that by 52 gets us the annual food consumption, which is $9,360. But since Barry eats 5 times as much as the average person, that puts us at about $46,800 per year on food. However, some of his fights will last more than 5 minutes, so by multiplying this number by 2, we get a better approximation of his annual food cost, which is $93,600. At the end of the season 3 mid-season finale, we find out that Barry has bought a loft for Iris and Barry. The loft itself looked amazing and definitely looked expensive. It seems that Barry had been saving up for quite some time to buy this, and after looking at Zillow, we can assume that the loft itself costs around $250,000, even though Barry and Iris would be paying this amount in monthly payments. When adding up the cost, we get a total of $9,964,600. How does Barry pay for all of this? We can only assume it's through the assets that Dr. Wells left him at the end of season 1. But if that's the case, how long can he afford to be the Flash? If you like this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Thanks.